You hit the goal. You did the thing. And for about 30 seconds, it felt good. Then it was gone. And the voice came back. The one that says it still wasn't enough. That voice. You know the one. If you've spent your entire life chasing a feeling of okayness that keeps moving just out of reach, this video is for you. Because what's happening inside you is not weakness, is not ingratitude. It has a name. And once you understand it, everything changes. Let's start at the beginning. Not your adulthood, not your career, much earlier than that. Because this feeling, this chronic, exhausting, never quite enough feeling, almost never starts in your 20s or 30s. It starts in a room you were too small to understand. In years when the adults around you were teaching you things they didn't even know they were teaching. For many people, love in childhood came with invisible conditions attached. Not always through cruelty, not always through obvious pressure. Sometimes it was just a pattern, a quiet, consistent message woven into the fabric of how things worked at home. Do well, and you belong. Struggle, and something shifts. Be impressive, and the room gets warmer. Be ordinary, and something in the air changes. The child living inside that pattern doesn't conclude. The adults around me have unrealistic expectations. Children don't think that way. What the child concludes is far simpler and far more devastating. It concludes, I'm not good enough yet. And it spends the next several decades of its life trying to finally, permanently become good enough. Psychologists call this conditional self-worth. And it is one of the most common and most quietly destructive patterns in human psychology. Conditional self-worth means your sense of value as a person is not something you simply have, is something you earn through performance, through output, through how you appear to other people. You are not valuable because you exist. You are valuable because of what you produce. And what you produce, no matter how much it is never quite enough to make the feeling of okayness stay. Because feelings earned through achievement are temporary by nature. You finish the project, and the satisfaction lasts 3 days. You get the promotion, and the relief lasts a week. You reach the goal, and within a month, you are already focused on the next one. The bar doesn't stay where you put it. It moves. Every single time. Without your permission. Harvard researcher Tal Ben-Shahar studied this extensively. He called it the arrival fallacy. The belief that when you reach the specific destination, get the number, earn the title, finish the degree, achieve the thing, you'll finally feel okay. Permanently. Completely. Without having to keep working for it. But the data doesn't support this. What achievement actually produces is a brief emotional spike, a short window of satisfaction, and then the baseline returns. Not because you are ungrateful, not because you're never satisfied, but because the human brain is neurologically wired to not stay satisfied for long. A brain at rest is a brain that stops seeking, and a brain that stops seeking doesn't survive. So your brain, helpfully, automatically, without asking you, moves the goalpost. Every single time you reach it, and you have been running toward a moving target your entire life. But here's the part that cuts deepest. For most people, the not enough feeling isn't really about the achievements at all. It goes somewhere darker and quieter than that. It isn't, I haven't done enough yet. It is, I am not enough. Not as someone who needs to produce more. As a person, at the fundamental level of existing. The belief that underneath all the output and the performance and the effort, there is something missing. Something that other people seem to have that you are somehow not given. And this belief is almost entirely invisible. You don't walk around consciously thinking the words, I am not enough. It lives below the surface. You see in the way you apologize when you haven't done anything wrong. In the way you deflect compliments before they can fully land. In the way you push yourself to exhaustion, not because you love the work, but because stopping feels like proof of something. Like if you slow down, if you stop being productive and impressive and useful, people will finally see that there was nothing remarkable there to begin with. So what actually changes this? Because the answer, and this is important, is not more achievement. More achievement does not cure conditional self-worth. It feeds it for a moment and then makes it hungrier. The cycle does not end by winning more. It ends by changing what you believe your worth is based on. The shift is from earned worth to inherent worth. From I am valuable because of what I do to I am valuable because I exist. Not as a motivational poster. Not as something you say to yourself in a mirror. As something you slowly, painfully, genuinely begin to believe. In your body. In the quiet moments when you're doing nothing impressive at all. This does not happen quickly. It happens in accumulation. In the small, repeated choices to rest without immediately feeling guilty. To receive a kind word without deflecting it. To sit in an ordinary moment without needing it to be more than it is. To be unproductive for an afternoon and not hate yourself for it. Every one of those moments is a small vote. A small signal to the old belief system that says you must earn your place. A signal that says, actually, I was already here. I was already enough. The voice that tells you that you are not enough is not telling you the truth about who you are. It is telling you what it learned. A long time ago, in a small room, from people who were probably running their own version of the exact same program, passing down a wound they never examined. You were enough before you achieved anything. You were enough before anyone told you that you were. You have always been enough. The work is not becoming enough. The work, the real, quiet, lifelong work, is unlearning the belief that you were ever anything less.